Texas passed laws to increase transparency in elections. They're supposed to prevent fraud, but in some cases, they can make it possible to discover how some people voted.
And now lawmakers are paying attention to this after a media outlet published what they said was an image of a ballot cast by former Texas GOP chairman Matt Rinaldi. As our Monica Madden reports, this is raising concerns about ballot secrecy.
As we've increased this level of transparency, it has made this information easier to discover.
A top Texas election official acknowledging decisions voters make in private might be discoverable later through public records.
It's usually a combination of records, maybe certain information about polling locations and where people vote combined with the precinct number on that ballot.
In 2023, Texas lawmakers passed a bill to allow the public to access those records just 61 days after an election. It's supposed to deter voter fraud.
I think that the big transparency push really started around the 2020 election.
Okay.
And I would say that in the last 2 years, we have seen this increase exponentially to the point where counties are now proactively putting the information online rather than waiting for requests.
So far, there's no evidence that the ability to access how individuals voted in the state of Texas is widespread or seriously problematic yet at this point.
Experts say it's still hard to identify a particular person's ballot.
In short, you can have a number of unique identifying pieces of information that alone do not identify any individual person, but when combined in certain low turnout precincts, will allow someone to identify an individual voter.
Possible solutions lawmakers discussed included redacting personal information on the public records, but any changes likely won't happen before November's elections, as Texas lawmakers' next legislative session doesn't start until January. Monica Madden, KXAN News.
And last week, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton released a legal ruling reiterating that government entities are legally required to redact identifying information on a voter's ballot before it is released publicly. Now, going in depth, the Australian colonies introduced the idea of ballot secrecy in the 1850s, so it was dubbed the Australian ballot. The U.S. adopted the practice in 1884 to avoid voter coercion, particularly within the military and workplace. Before Abraham Lincoln won the presidential election in 1860, there were reports of pressure on soldiers to vote for him. And then in the workplace, employees would risk losing their jobs if they voted against the recommendations of management. Today, 44 states have constitutional provisions guaranteeing secrecy in voting, and that does include Texas.
Some state lawmakers also want to end countywide voting. That means voters who have been able to vote at any polling location in their county will only be allowed to vote within their assigned precinct. The Texas Tribune released a report saying elections officials are warning legislatures this may not be a good idea. Scrapping the program would require more voting polls, paying for hard-to-find locations, recruiting more staff, as well as getting more voting equipment. Critics of countywide voting believe it makes elections less secure by allowing people to double or triple vote.